Good afternoon, fellow Lions and those aspiring to become a Lion. I'm Lee Ambrosino, and I joined the New Braunfels New Lions Club back in 2009. I've taken much pleasure in being a Lion, and I have served on the board of directors and trustees for the last 5 years. I am currently the immediate past president and zone chair for local Lions clubs. I come here today to give you a little background information about our 501c3 organization, the New Braunfels Lions Charities Inc. This aspect of the organization focuses on the funds that we raise to support various charitable organizations, not-for-profit agencies, and local projects and other agencies throughout the community. I want to give you a little background information about the Lions International. Our founder of Lions Clubs was quoted as saying, "You can't get very far until you start doing something for somebody else." This became his personal code and the guiding principle for public-spirited people in the world over. In 1917, the guiding principle inspired Melvin Jones to draw together business leaders from Chicago and surrounding areas to meet as a group to pursue endeavors that would help alleviate the burden of those in need. The Lions Clubs organization was formulated and ratified at the Dallas Convention on June 7th of that same year. By 1920, a Canadian club joined, and thus Lions Clubs International became known as LCI. What has evolved is the world's largest service organization with over 1.4 million members worldwide, representing 200 countries and geographic locations. United by one idea, we serve. This motto is synonymous with Lionism since 1954. Some of the milestones in LCI history which have given direction to the cause: in 1925, Helen Keller challenged the Lions to become Knights of the Blind. In 1930, Lion George Bonham painted a cane white with a red band. This has become the international symbol for the blind, with October 15th recognized nationally as the Day for Awareness of the Blind and the Vision Impaired. In 1939, Detroit Lions Club started a guide dog school to support the blind, and then in 1968, Lions Club International Foundation was established to provide disaster relief and related assistance throughout the world. In 1987, the acceptance of women to the organization was established. So for people like myself, we've only had the opportunity to serve as Lions with the distinct title of Lion for the last 31 years. And I'm excited about that. The current focus of LCI embraces initiatives in the following areas: diabetes, pediatric cancer, vision, hunger, and environment. What are we as members of the New Braunfels New Lions Club doing to support some of these initiatives? Well, our club is set up as two organizations. I mentioned the 501c3 organization, which supports the charities. Our other initiative in fundraising area is our White Cane Day. What we do there is go out and solicit funds from the public. You'll see us standing at various food courts or Granzine's Meat Market, Arlen's Supermarket, the Farmers Market, and we ask people to be generous in donating, whether it's coins or dollars, etc. And those monies go towards two areas for us. The first area is for the eye bank, the Lone Star Eye Bank, which is based in Manor, Texas. The eye bank does transplants, cornea transplants, and other eye repair activities. And then 2/3 of the amount that we collect goes to our site conservation program. Our site conservation program enables us to help those in financial need get eyeglasses and eye exams, and helps the vision impaired. And it's so critical because there's such a need for eyeglasses. I mean, it's just amazing how many people that we see. We have vision screening, which we go on an annual basis to the various schools in the NBISD and Comel ISD, and we screen over 6,500 people on an annual basis. And amazingly, there's quite a few of those young people that require follow-up with an eye doctor, and it makes you wonder how they're able to go to school, because their eyesight is at such a poor level. And I'm glad that we have this opportunity to provide them the wherewithal to get vision glasses, etc., to help them advance in their schooling. The other areas that we have are eyeglass recycling, and we generate tons and tons of glasses which go to a plant in northern Texas. Those eyeglasses are recycled. The lenses are used to help individuals worldwide improve their vision through the capabilities of various optometrists and ophthalmologists and other individuals who have educated degrees in that area to help these people worldwide. So I'm so pleased that we are able to do that, because with the mandate from Helen Keller way back in 1925, we are fulfilling her dream and her request, her challenge to us to be Knights of the Blind. Thank you so much. I appreciate all that we are able to do for you out there. New Braunfels Lions Club, Inc. is our administrative operation, primarily funded by a portion of member dues, sale of supplies, tail twister 50/50, and pay it forward raffles and miscellaneous income. As I mentioned earlier, New Braunfels Lions Charities Inc. is our 501c3 organization, providing a not-for-profit status and supported by our fundraising activities, as well as a portion of our member dues. Annual Wurst Fest and parking lot and food booth operations and White Cane Day are our mainstay events and provide the income in support of our identified charities. Each year, the Board of Trustees reviews the state of potential recipients and develops a budget reflecting anticipated revenues to cover those donations. Hundreds of hours provided by hundreds of Lions, family and friends, Leos, and the JROTC cadets from New Braunfels High School put many hours in to help ensure that we raise the revenues to help support these various donations. Our donor base is multi-pronged. District, state, national, and international-based programs and services, for example, iBank, Lead a Dog, LCIF, Texas Lions Camp, Texas Lions Foundation, World Service for the Blind, supported by a portion of dues as well as funds from our fundraising initiatives. Our district 2S3 youth opportunities and charities are also funded through the efforts of these fundraising events. We also support scholarships for the New Braunfels ISD high schools. And we are pleased that we have supported many individuals throughout the years with scholarships on an annual basis. Then we have our community-based organizations, which are recipients of funds from the fundraising activities. For example, the 100 Club of Comal County, SOS Food Bank, the Senior Citizen Center, Salvation Army, Site Conservation, Youth Programs, Boys and Girls State, Habitat for Humanity, Comal County Family Crisis Center, Operation K9, the Box Fan Drive, sponsored by the fire department locally here, are just a few of the organizations which we support on an annual basis. The Texas Lions Camp Endowment, which is one of our mainstay donees, supports the operation of the camp. The camp was founded back in 1949 by Jack Weish, a businessman, along with several other businessmen in the Kerrville area. Groundbreaking took place in 1950, and in 1953, 40 children that had developed polio, which was an epidemic at that time, were able to come to that camp and enjoy some of the pleasures that children not afflicted with polio enjoy on a daily basis. Settled on a 504-acre piece of land, the camp encompasses equestrian arenas, swimming pools, fishing ponds, and a multitude of other activities that these children can enjoy for 1 week each summer. The camp usually has diabetes 1 children, children with pediatric cancer, and other children with physical disabilities. There is also a burn segment and another cancer operation that is run by other organizations, and they are able to rent the week facility. What comes out of that is the acknowledgement that the money that we contribute to that camp endowment enables us to build up some credits. So while the money is going to fund the camp operations, we in turn, in recognition of outstanding performance by various members of our local Lion Club, are able to receive recognition for great work done throughout the year. And one of those is known as the Jack Weish Fellowship. Okay, so with the monies that we give to the camp, we build up credits. And those credits enable us to provide a Jack Weish Fellowship to outstanding members of our local club during our awards ceremony each year. That fellowship, which is known as the Jack Weish Fellowship, and I have one on display here at the plaque, is awarded to the individual, and it costs about $1,000, and that $1,000 can go a really long way in supporting the activities at the camp each year. Okay, and we, as I said, we donate a considerable amount of money each year for the camp so that they can sustain their operation going forward, and we, along with many other clubs in Texas, support that endeavor. We also have what's known as the Century Key raffle, and that raffle, we generate money at each Thursday club meeting per month, actually the third Thursday of the month, and what we do is the money that's raised by the raffle goes towards the $100 it costs to purchase a Century Key. This Century Key helps support the funds, helps support the operating side, the administrative side of the Lions Camp. And people have the option of continuing their funding of that on an annual basis. And as I mentioned, that costs $100 a year. So it can be kicked off initially through a raffle that people, whoever has the winning ticket and matches that $100 in total, will have the opportunity to purchase this handsome plaque. The other mainstay event that we run here is for Lions Club International Foundation. Now, the Lions Club International Foundation was founded in 1968, and it is primarily designed to help with disaster relief and other humanitarian initiatives throughout the world. For example, Texas had to draw upon the mercy of the Lions Club International Foundation for funds for the terrible disaster with Wimberley, with Bastrop, and most recently with Hurricane Harvey. They are very forthcoming in providing funds for these various disaster relief efforts. The money that we donate to LCIF on an annual basis enables us again to raise some credits, and once we have those credits in hand, we have the opportunity to purchase a recognition award for those selected members for outstanding service throughout the year. That award is known as the Melvin Jones Fellow, and we receive a plaque and a badge somewhere here. I have one. I was fortunate to be recognized for that last year. These monies are so important for funding the LCIF initiatives because, as we know, there are many people, many individuals out there worldwide and as well domestically who are in great need of the funds in order to improve their life. Now turning to the fun side here with the raffles. We have a couple, 2 or 3 actually, different raffles in addition to the Century Key raffle that we have. It's known as Tail Twister, 50-50 drawing, and Pay It Forward. On the first one, actually, it's not really a raffle, but our Tail Twister, who does a superb job at every meeting to entertain us and give us a little background history, either it be in Lionism or local history, we kind of have to pay for that entertainment. So what happens is we can be asked to provide either 25 cents or up to $1, and that helps defray some of the operating expenses that we have. The 50-50 drawing, which is held on the first Thursday of the month, again, that supports and helps defray some of the operating expenses. In that case, we purchase tickets, and whatever the pot is before the drawing, we get 50% as a winner, or the other 50% goes into the pot. On the Pay It Forward, which is something that we introduced about 1.5 years ago, kind of stole that from one of my fellow Lions clubs, the Kenyon Lake Noon Lions Club, and it's a great opportunity for the risk taker. And what happens there is we take a deck of cards and we keep one joker in the deck and we sell the raffle tickets. And then what happens is the winning raffle ticket has the opportunity to pull the joker. Whatever is in that pot, 50% will go to the individual who has pulled the joker, and then the other 50% stays with the club, and again helps defray some of our operating expenses. Now you can imagine there's 53, I don't even know, 53 cards there. I haven't played cards in a while, so. But it gets really exciting because each time a card is pulled and it's not a joker, that pot just continues to grow. So it's kind of fun, and you know, it's caught on somewhat, but you know, we don't have a lot of risk takers in our club, so we're hoping that people will be a little bit more of a risk taker, and maybe their hidden gambling side will come out and support that initiative as well. With that, I am pleased that, again, to be a Lion. I hope I've provided a little bit of insight about what it means to be a Lion here, the fundraising activities that we do. Many of you are probably aware of Wurstfest Association and the Wurstfest that's held on an annual basis every November. And that is the 10 days where we really focus on raising the revenues through the parking lot and through our food booth, and that supports the great initiatives in fundraising and supporting our local charities, as well as those operations in the state, national, and international arenas. I thank you for your time. I hope I've provided some insight and help you to think about becoming a Lion for those of you out there that haven't made the step yet. Have a great day. Thank you.